Okay, I
Yo,
checked. I did
yo,
the check.
yo, 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 with 1,000 yos. We in here today. We are in here today, and we looking good. All right, I just wanted to test that. Let me back out. Say something, General. This is just a sound check. Start talking. I'm just gonna
Yo,
test it
one
out
two
there.
one two. Yep.
Hold on, I'm
Ham
getting in
and
there. Just keep
eggs.
talking. Yep. Gonna put us up.
All right.
Let's make sure
I
this is.
don't want to eat no green ham and eggs because they're
Oh, I
high in
gotta sign up.
cholesterol.
Hold
If
on, I
you
gotta
eat them.
sign in. Gotta sign in. Oh, they
Okay.
must be doing a new. Yeah, you know how they do, man. They gotta make sure everything is legit.
Yeah.
Okay, there I go. Sign in. There we go.
Okay.
Let's
So what's the
play.
next one I'm doing? I've been trying to do this radioactive waste shit.
Okay, here we go.
Let me see. Okay. So when you use this map, this really helps you out. Got you. Take a bite out of organized crime. Destroy the target. Let's go track it. Okay. Where is the target? There's the target. Dun 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 dun.
My man's in them. We good, baby. How y'all doing, man? How is everybody doing out there? This is just an audio test. Check mic check. We checking all the mics too at the same time. We here, and I want to say thank you all for always continuing your support for the shows. We do this from the heart. We do this because we're passionate. We do this because we just like to have fun. And the General Johnson, excuse me for any discrepancies when it comes to the sound, mic checks, or anything like that. We tend to try to do the best we can, but sometimes, with just the way things are with the coronavirus and everything like that, the connectivity issues and things, it's kind of hard, and things are not as smooth as we would like them to be. But down here at the underground, everything that we do down here is just straight from the heart, and we just enjoy what we do. So we're gonna continue to keep pushing it out and keep continuing to be the voice of the streets and talk the way we know things should be talked about. No propagandas here, no favoritisms here, no clickbaiting here, just straight from the minds of true Xbox fans. So once again, thanks to everybody who helps build Di-RREC Gaming. Shout outs to Di-RREC Gaming for even giving me a platform to express myself about Xbox. And I want to say thanks to the General for always sticking around with me, pound for pound. One of the best Xbox fans I've ever met, with a lot of passion, excitement, and the know-how. So I'm thankful for him. Today, in honor of the news that I'm going to be talking about, Dirt Rally 5. In honor of that, I'm going to be playing Dirt Rally 4. And it's just going to be a beautiful thing. We're going in, and I can't wait to talk about this news. But then again, as always, I can't wait to hear about my man General Johnson and the things he has to say. And listen, y'all, I'm serious. I don't always know what he says, man. We bounce off each other, and that's how we want the show to be. We want it to be special. So, like I said, forgive us for any audio discrepancies. General, move your mic away from your mouth as much as possible if you can. We're gonna try to get as much clarity
Yep.
as we can, and let's get
Mhm.
to it, man. Here's that mic, fam.
Mhm.
I'm gonna hit up about this Dirt Rally 5, bro. You take it away, fam. Nice to have you again, man. You guys welcome General Johnson.
What's going on, Xbox fans? Xbox everything. I guess today's the day, and oh my, get your milk and cookies, cause seems like the PS3 curse is here again. Woo! I told y'all, they gonna have that thing at a hefty price, and all Microsoft gotta do is just listen to the price, which probably a drop today, and they can come in and they can swoop all the money. So yeah, it seemed like Sony as a company said the heck with what's going on, and you know, riots and raging, and people out of work, and economy is upside down all over the world. Seem like they want to charge you $650 for the premium package of the PlayStation 5. So
True.
stuff is starting to leak out. And I remember we talked about this on another show.
True.
So yeah. So the PS3 curse might be here again.
I said it. I said it.
That's a hefty
Haven't I
price.
been saying it?
And
what did I say, fam?
Yeah, you have.
I said
lower
what
package.
I say, fam. What I say, fam. You got me hyped, fam. What
The
did I
lower
say?
package. you said the PS3 all over again.
The price will be the curse. It will be the price. It will be nothing else. It won't be the console. It won't be the games. It's going to be that price. And I said that PS3 curse is the one thing that stops Sony from elevating every time we have acquired to new technology. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the new technology phase. The advantage goes to Microsoft every single time. Enter RDNA 2.0.
This driving test will take place
Exactly.
on the fast
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
valley.
man,
Try not to spend too long
I'll tell you what,
monitoring
man.
the gigantic
It's real talk.
monoliths that overlook the area.
It's just a simple
The
fact
roads
of
are rugged and unpredictable,
you know,
and it would be a shame to wreck the car
it's all
on its
about-
first outing.
it's all about knowing
you're
your
ready to
core,
go.
right?
Yes, sir.
So
Time,
Microsoft,
get a feel for the handling,
Phil came out and
go at your
said,
own pace.
and I love the fact he came out and said, gaming is not a necessity.
Facts.
It is a leisure.
Facts.
Even though for some people, they look at it like a necessity, like they can't breathe. But other than that, Phil understands that a competitive price that you want to get the Xbox Series X in the home, because he said it. He said it's very hard to convey without E3 and a
Facts.
whole bunch of gamers, you know, being at the Microsoft show and, you know, all the other the convention and stuff like that. He said it's very hard to convey to an audience how incredible this new system is. He says the feel of it. He said once you get the system home and you're playing in 4K, 60 frames per second, and we find out Dirt 5, 4K, 120 frames per second, hey, you know, it's a whole new feel, and you see the power, and you see performance, and you see stuff like that. So, I mean, you know, it's all about just wait and see, you know. So, you know, the Xbox, we went May 7th, and I like a lot of things that I saw. I know that show was good because a lot of people still talking about those games. I even put up a video of a PlayStation diehard, I mean a real fanboy, who said he's getting a Series X, you know what I mean, for Ascent, and of course Hellblade 2. He said, look, he said, I'm a fanboy. He said, but I love Hellblade. He said, and I love exclusives, so I will be getting a Series X. Okay?
Yo,
so,
Hellblade's
you know,
looking phenomenal.
Oh, it is, man. It is. It definitely is, man. I think they should open up with that in July. Yeah, it's me, but you know, why not? Just go for the gut, man.
Just go for the
Just
throat,
go
man.
for it.
That game is looking like revolutionary, man. You see the details in that bad boy, and that Unreal Engine 5, man. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense, man.
Exactly, man. And the scary thing is, you know, everybody throwing around SSDs like it's the new flavor of the month. We found out that
Talk to him.
from Codemasters, an article that came out that when this machine, the Series X,
Don't you
is
steal my
running
fire.
at
Don't you
full-
steal my fire.
What you mean?
Don't you steal my fire.
This machine is when it's running at full, all capacity.
Talk to
It's
him.
over 12 teraflops.
That's right. That's
Full
facts.
ray tracing. No boost, no down clocking, no variable speeds. It is all out on that CPU and GPU. But I mean, new legal, you go take it. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir, bro.
Yeah,
You know I'm hyped about that one. You know it, man. Listen, what was so phenomenal about that is because we got certification from the devs themselves, right? And Codemasters, here's the thing, man. When they went in and they were told that, you know, hey, we're working on Dirt 5, right? They telling Microsoft, we're working on Dirt 5, and we want to bring it to the Xbox Series X. We're hearing all these things, and we're curious about it. And Microsoft was like, Microsoft was like, okay, so what what are you trying to hit it at? You know, and they're like, hey, we want it to be huge. We're gonna hit it at 4K 60. We want the racers to have a nice smooth feel. You know, 4K 60. Microsoft was like, bro, we can go up to 120 with this thing. And Codemasters didn't even believe it at first. They was like, well, okay.
Sir.
The dev said himself in the article, well, you know, we was thinking like, well, yeah, if we did 120, you know, of course we're gonna have to compromise the visuals. You know, that's the traditional way of PCs, man. Anytime you up the frame, you're gonna have to compromise the visuals. But with the Xbox Series X, he said, man, he was thinking that, well, yeah, we could do that, but make the game less demanding, you know, take some visuals away. He says, but Microsoft was like, no, crank that bad boy up, right? Crank it up. And they was like,
turn it up, turn it up.
They was like, well, wait a minute.
Turn up my headphones.
That's right. They was like, well, wait a minute. They're telling us to go ahead and use 120. So he says, man, they got the game where they want it at 4K. Now, people, remember what I'm saying, 4K. He says all we did was crank the frame rates up, and we hitting 120 with no issues at all, and we're not even using anything. We're not using no key features to do this. There's no special technology. And then he goes to say, here's the special technology, General. He says the special technology is the CPU itself. He says, here we got a powerful GPU, right? A very, very, very powerful GPU. And I'm glad you elaborated on the fact that 12 teraflops with all the ray tracing, with all the high-tech architecture velocity, with all the what you call smart delivery, all those special features in there.
Smart delivery,
it's not
VSS,
even,
don't forget the VSS.
Yes, the VSS is not even phasing the 12. As a matter of fact, it's going over 12. It's going to be pushing it. It's going to be pushing, right? And it's going to be stabilized. So none of those features are downgrading the performance of that console. Now, when we take that in consideration, right, and you think about what this guy just said, he says, man, we hit 120 and the visuals stayed right where they're at. We have a
120
bigger,
with ease.
with no special technology, right? He says, listen, the GPU is a monster. You see that right off the top. But he said, well, we didn't have no idea. Right. He said, we didn't have no idea just how great they actually paired the CPU to this thing. Because he says you underestimated the CPU value of the Xbox Series X. And there's no console out even close to it. He says, bro, the daggum CPU is at level par with the GPU. It's allowing, right? It's allowing offsets to happen. So when the GPU is pushing, right? When it's pushing and it's getting up to max levels, the CPU is so powerful that it's allowing the GPU to send some of that information to it, and the CPU pushes up some power, and they level off. So now you have the CPU managing frame rates that can go up to 120 with ease. Yep. And then you have with ease. And
music,
and
please.
There you go. And then you have that's right. And then you have the raw power. So we're gonna keep it at raw power. We're not even going to. We haven't even talked about Azure abilities and the DX12 abilities. And we forgot about DX12. All of that too is not messing with the 12 teraflops, right? But all of that GPU power, right? All of that's in there. Yep. And you're looking at how these things are going together, and it's mind blowing to him. He's saying, man, what we were able to do was basically nothing. We just turned it out. And then Microsoft said, so you can instantly keep what you guys wanted. You guys wanted 60 frames per second. You got that with ease. Like let's make that your base. So they're literally building the game off the base value, but just turning the notch up for hardcore gamers. The hardcore gamers will be playing that game at 120, while you're not so hardcore gamers will still get that 60 buttery standard feel. 60 being the standard. We didn't hear nothing about no 30 frames.
On the 1X. That's going to be on the 1X, right? That's going to be all the way down. See, people absolutely try to, one thing I wanted to talk to you about, New Legal.
Yeah, go ahead,
and I want to wrap a taste about this. my whole thing is, you dig, is what is this narrative about? Yo, you know what I'm saying? I would buy a Series X, but I don't want my system being held back by Microsoft because they can let their games play everywhere. That is the most stupidest narrative, yo. Games scale down. Games, they scale down. And the thing is, I don't understand people going with that narrative. Like, some people need to actually just take a computer class or read, man. But it's like, look, games, they scale down. That goes back to what you said with Direct 12 and everything. And it's so funny because when all these things are coming out, we didn't have no idea. But Phil and them knew what they was doing. They knew what the final nail in the coffin would be. And they built a sexy Lamborghini. They built a Lamborghini for consoles, man.
They did.
And I think that because we don't have it yet, because we haven't seen the first party, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing that Microsoft has to convey. Not even the feel, but how the games look. Because once they show Halo Infinite, and it is absolutely gorgeous, and it looks next level, and the slip space engine, that whole narrative can die. A lot of people run with that narrative like, oh well, because they let their games play everywhere, you know, they the system is being held back, and I don't want my system being held back after paying $500 or $600. Like, that don't make any sense, bro.
Talk to them. They don't. And only thing it is, man, I mean? it's the fact. It's go back to that old ancient bloodline of half-breeds, right? They deep down really don't want Xbox to shine, but they use that multiple console definition so that they can pretend to act like they actually put in work when they don't. They don't put in work. Anybody can have multiple consoles. That don't mean you putting in work. Because listen, I don't have to have multiple consoles to put in work. That's the fact. Now, because now that you know your dreams are shattered, okay? Sony had 2 times. They had 2 opportunities to make a powerful console, and they failed both times. They failed with the PlayStation 4 Pro, and now they failed with the PlayStation 5. And if you think that a PlayStation 5 Pro is going to come out of nowhere and all of a sudden take over, have y'all not seen the leak that happened today? I guess you guys aren't understanding how deep these pockets are and how that curse of that PlayStation 3 is real. Listen, you guys.
They want rent money.
They want say
rent
it again,
money.
bro. It's time to.
They want rent money.
It's time to pay the rent, bro. It's time to pay the rent. And you know what? And this ain't no Latrell Sprewell Converse commercial when he was a rookie. This is for real. It's time to pay the rent, right? You guys have been sitting around here using the coupon route, right? Talking about, well, our console is the cheapest and it's this and it's that. Well, being cheaper comes with a price, okay? Having a coupon eventually comes with a price. Coupons do what, General? They run out, and being cheaper means you have cheaper parts and things malfunction, things overheat, things can't be pushed to grandstand levels. Now, on top, the fact that the PlayStation 5 isn't a true definitive next generational console, it's not. It's a converted super upgrade of the PlayStation 4 Pro. That's all it is. The fact that it doesn't have
talk that language,
bro.
Language, bro.
That's right. It does not have any kind of next generational architecture power that the Xbox Series X has. It doesn't have not one. And because it doesn't have not one, it's like a beefy PlayStation 4 Pro. It's just like it's like vanilla PlayStation, right? The PlayStation 4 Pro really wasn't even nothing to even talk about, to be honest with you. It really didn't even do anything, okay? The reason why, look at what I'm saying, people. Listen to what I'm saying. When Microsoft made the Xbox One S, okay?
One S.
What made that jump? what made that jump a legitimate game changer. Now, I'm not saying that the S was revolutionary to the one, because the one was a very weak console, only because
It was.
the devs didn't know how to utilize it. It was a lot of work going in because cloud computing
Yeah.
was a big factor, okay? Now, if devs understood the Microsoft Cloud and they would have relaxed and really took their time to use the SRAM and all that, we would have games that look like Rise Son of Rome. That Rise Son of Rome wasn't just made by mistake. We would have games always looking like Halo 5. We have games that were breathtaking. Okay? You couldn't utilize colors and make colors vibrant and come out before HDR. Before HDR was in gaming, like Sunset Overdrive had in it. Okay? Without that cloud compute making those colors by the millions, by the trillions, they had colors in that game that they mixed with each other to make those colors that you see in Sunset Overdrive. That was impossible to do in any kind of form of gaming at its time. They said it.
It's true. It splashed. It splashed off the screen,
different
man.
colors. Right. They were
Yeah.
able to mingle, and those explosions and how those things looked and all that detail into the animation was because of the cloud. Now, when you look at what's up, fam? It's the new legal, baby.
I'm gonna say new legal
all day. All day.
There are times in Sunset Overdrive when it's really rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
It's like 60 to 50 enemies on that screen.
Oh,
man.
on the screen, bro.
That was so next gen to me.
Right.
That was so next gen to me.
Yeah. Now watch this. You're right. Now
but
watch
that was
this.
the cloud. That was the cloud.
That was the cloud. Now, that's exactly right. Now, since the cloud was the origin step for the Xbox One, nobody really sunk that in, right? Now, here's the key element. Here was the key element that made the Xbox One S a true transition to the future of gaming, okay? It's the first console.
Okay.
It's the first console that introduced premium HDR. And it was the first console. Now watch this. That's right. Now watch this. And it was the first console to upscale any game, not just some, but all your Xbox games, period. Whether they were your old Xbox One catalogs up to your new Xbox One catalog, right? Upscale all those games to 4K as long as you had a 4K television. So what did that do?
And
what did that do,
right.
General? What did that do, General? That's right. That's the key. Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you put it in. Let you.
I was gonna say. When I got mine, the first thing I popped in was Forza Horizon 3 at the time, and I was like, wow, I really got to see
That's right.
what HDR, and that's crazy that you said that, because I was trying to figure out what made it so sorry. Giant alligator.
My man must be playing that man eater.
Yeah, great game, man. But yeah, it's a simple fact of, you know what I'm saying, I really saw what HDR was, and it was amazing. Like, okay, now we here. Now this makes sense.
That's right.
So yeah.
Now, and then you notice when the HDR came out, right? As I predicted it, I said HDR was better than anything on the resolution scale, and everybody laughed at me. They didn't even know what HDR was. Now this was before. This was when I was in This is when I was in groups at the time. Nobody was talking about HDR.
Okay.
I had to bring it up, and I told them that Microsoft isn't going with the 4K TVs, because see, there's a lot of people that don't know that before HDR was put into 4K TVs, you just had 4K TV. They forgot about that. They just had a 4K TV, and all it had on it was that gold 4K standard seal on it, just 4K. But Microsoft didn't want to go with just 4K. They've been using, seeing this is another reason why I go back to Sunset Overdrive, because Sunset Overdrive was the game where Microsoft was already experimenting with a word called this: dynamic resolution. Dynamic resolution.
Resolution. Yep.
Is very, very high tech. It's not a checkerboard. It's not an old school way of utilizing your visuals. It was a new style way, and it was the reason why a game like Rise, a game like Sunset Overdrive look better than those 1080p games on PlayStation. It's because of the technology being used. And then you get HDR, where you can make your colors brighter, where you can make your light brighter, where you can make your colors more vibrant. And when you utilize that inside of a resolution, you're gonna increase its value, right? So that's why when you saw the PlayStation 4 Pro come out, and they talk about how their HDR was going to be in a way of firmware, because what I've always been saying, you guys, and this is something that PlayStation fans have to start realizing, and like I said, we don't come here to bash PlayStation, we don't come here to knock it down, but this is a pro Xbox, right? But this
discussion. It's gaming
right,
discussion.
But this is a pro Xbox channel, but we respect all real gamers, right? Now,
yeah,
how many times must we tell you that Sony steals from you? Sony doesn't have you safe. And now Sony wants to talk to you. I've always said this. Sony talks to y'all as if y'all are dumb. Now there's a 50-50 side to the coin. There's a 50-50 side to the coin, you PlayStation fans, because sometimes you guys don't want to learn, even when it's told to you. Like I'm about to talk to you right now. Even when it's told to y'all, you don't want to listen. So half the problem is you guys. And then half the problem is Sony. But right now, this one we're gonna talk about Sony, because Sony talked to y'all like y'all was dumb, and we couldn't believe it, because when they said, "Hey, the HDR feature is gonna come by way of firmware," we was like, "What the hell are they talking about? You don't put it through firmware, bro. HDR has to be implemented. It has to be implemented into your hardware. Like it has to be put in there." That's why when they talked about the S, they said, when they finally broke it down, they said, man, the S has one of the best upscale components on the market than just about anything. Even our latest TVs can't upscale better than it. It's the perfect upscale for your movies. Remember they said that that damn console was a 4K Blu-ray seller. It was a 4K TV HDR seller, and it was a console seller. That's game changing. That's what I'm talking about. The S began.
Nobody talks about that.
That's right. It was the Xbox One S, not no PlayStation console, not no Nintendo console. It was the Xbox One S. Yeah, that little bitty baby right there. That started that little white one that started the revolution of next generational gaming to where we are now. That started on the Xbox platform, and on this channel, we're going to give the Xbox platform its due. You don't hear this type of talk. You don't hear this excitement. You don't hear this kind of talk, because you always got lames out there who flip-flop. And you know, I don't even care if they flip-flop. They wasn't gaming when they was over here on Xbox anyway. You flip and flop into a casual console, and you're trying to make the casual console look good. That kind of shows your comedy right there. Like you're a jester. You're a jester. So like when I need a laugh, I'll come check you out and just laugh, hear what you got to say. I may not check your show, but I see your little tweets. I see your little weekend tweets, and I laugh and I go about my business. I got my laugh for the day. So we know, real gamers know which console was doing what. We don't have to hear the jokes and the disclaimers and all these counterfeiters out here, these casuals out here that are emotionally tied because they've been beat down by the community. A lot of tap dancing. Because they've been, a lot of tap dance, a lot of ballerina stuff going on. A lot of tap dancing. Right, a lot of ballerina stuff. You got these YouTubers that walk around on their tippy toes.
People making apology videos.
Right.
Come on, man. It's crazy right now.
Like, stop it,
It's crazy
man.
right now, bro.
You've already made fools out of yourselves. So you're stuck. You're stuck into the way of making a fool out of yourself. So you're stuck. You're continually gonna keep making a fool out of yourself. But here on this channel, we're gonna keep pushing that real talk. So now that the Xbox One S pushed the envelope, and that's when you saw Aaron Greenberg come out with that marketing tactic of saying we real 4K, real,
Yup.
dynamic resolution, real HDR, premium HDR. Um, the S also brought back the back compat, unlike no other. It was the first console to show the power of Microsoft technology with Ninja Gaiden. When it went back and made Ninja Gaiden 4K 60, unbelievable.
Talk
And
to
then
him.
and then we got our own original Xbox games looking better than PlayStation games. That's sad. Like, that's sad. And all Microsoft was doing was preparing us to this glorious up and coming day that the Xbox Series X is gonna come out. And when that comes out, man, I'm here to tell all my Xbox fans. When that console comes out, you are not gonna have to talk anymore. You're not gonna have to worry about it anymore. You're gonna see these same lames come out of their closet talking about, oh, you know, I have to really give props. Bro, your props and your words don't mean shit. Because, bro, you don't put in work.
Keep that same
energy. You
energy.
don't put in work.
Keep that
you don't
same
care
energy.
about what you say.
Yep.
Just stay over there.
Yep.
When they
see Gears 5 at 4K 120 frames per second online, right? And they see it in full HDR. Come on, bruh. Come on.
Gears 5 will not be the Gears 5 that you see today. The elements,
No,
the things that are going to be changing in that game, the multiplayer, they are working on putting that back to true Gears fans. Not these little casuals that go playing the game on easy or normal and beat the game. Nah, bro, we talking about real Gears of War fans that beat the game on hardcore, that beat the game on insane, and who always beat the games on insane.
Never done that.
We're not listening to you, man. Like you don't even play the multiplayer aspect of it. Go sit down, man. Put the dunce hat on.
What
go
Jay-Z
sit down
said?
over there in the corner. Go sit over there in the corner.
What Jay-Z said?
What did Jay-Z
say? Go play
in
the park, man. He said, go play in the park, man. I'm busy.
That's right.
Real.
That's right. and then you got Microsoft over here like, I'm a business, man. So
let me handle my business.
I'm in a business, so let me handle my business. Damn. You know what I'm saying? You got them over there doing what they do. Phil Spencer done came out and told all of us, hey, don't worry about the lames, man. Just stay gaming. We got you guys. And see, Rome wasn't built in 3 days. These lames are trying to make Sony look good when they're mute. Well, let me tell you something, man.
Hey, New Legal, we talked about it. The media sold PS4. Period.
Right. Period. Let me tell you.
They came out with Resogun and Octodad, man.
Facts.
And anybody that's a PlayStation fan, they cannot disagree with that. They came out with Resogun, a version of Gyrus or a shooter, and Octodad, which I've never played. But yeah, man. Like, let me hit
him with this old school gem. And like my real gutter cats in hip hop would understand this line. It's a chorus line. I'm gonna put the edited form into it because you got these lames today trying to make PlayStation in their mute, make that seem genius, but that's because that's their tactics, people. So you have to be Xbox rooted to understand these little lame half-breed tactics. Here's the thing, and as y'all notice, I don't have to straddle the fence between Xbox and Sony for clicks and stuff. I don't have to do that. I can stand strong right here on Xbox, and I can still tell you about Sony because Xbox all it is research. It's research. It ain't like because you have a Sony PlayStation that you're gonna always know more than me. Nah, bro. It's research. All you gotta do is look this stuff up. That's why we can do it like we do it. Because we ain't gotta flip-flop to do it.
Over here, baby.
We ain't gotta flip-flop to
do it.
No
flip-flopping over here.
Watch how the new legal call them out. Watch how the new legal does this. Watch this beautiful pot. Watch this beautiful pot that I cook real quick and expose these lanes. They sit up here and they try to make Sony's mute right now look like that's the best defensive strategy because Sony actually has something. Now, back in the day, anybody knows that it's the quiet dude that ends up doing the killing. Who was been the quiet dude first? Who was the quiet storm first? Was it Sony or was it Microsoft? Let's check that. Microsoft said in 2014 we wasn't gonna talk anymore. Why? Because the media was bashing them. The gaming industry was bashing them, and they were losing in sales. So
Right on.
Microsoft had to come out and say, we're going mute on all of that nonsense. We're gonna go mute. Okay,
Yep.
we take the L. We're going on mute, and we are going to get back and restructure our roots and we need to present Xbox to our new leader and say, hey, if we're really gonna
Yep.
do this gaming, then let's do this gaming, because the mystery about the Xbox side of things was that a lot of them would be at work where they have those high-powered in PCs and they're playing those glorious Xbox games and Nintendo games on them. And they're sitting back saying, yo, we love playing Nintendo games at work when we get a break. And we love playing our Xbox games at work when we're on break. And he was like, but when we come home, we like to play our consoles on our TVs. And we like to kick back. So Phil Spencer wanted to bring that to reality. He wanted to bring that aspect because he was like, a lot of us, we play on our PCs as well. He was like, but so what if we make our consoles just as powerful as our PC's experience? So when we jump from one to the other, we don't lose our style of gameplay. We don't lose our integrity. We don't compromise too much. And that's where they wanted to be. So when Microsoft went quiet, there's a little hook that I'm about to say. Quiet dudes will kill. Loud dudes talk shit to be the ones that be killed. It's wild where we walk, kid. Is you brave? Are you a slave? Is you a maid? Or is you a scared? Quiet dudes will kill. Loud cowards talk shit to be the ones that be killed. It's wild where we walk, kid. So you can't tell me that based off of that, the one who went quiet first is Microsoft. Microsoft, in their quietness, created two monsters. The Xbox One X and now the Xbox Series X. Sony was doing all that talking. Yup. Sony
Let's not
did
call
all
it Series
that
X.
talking.
Let's call it Death Star.
Sony with all that talking, General, with all that talking now has become mute. The reason why they become mute isn't because they have something from Microsoft. Use a damn lie. Because Microsoft is the one who has now taken over the market. They could literally buy the market if they want to. That's how good they have positioned themselves. They are $1 trillion Leviathan now. They can buy the market. They can influence the market to where no one eats. Every time you turn around, you see Xbox. And that's another one of my predictions. I said it. Very soon, whenever you see gaming, you're going to see Xbox to it. You're going to look on commercials. You're going to see little sitcoms. They're going to have Xbox controllers in their hands when it comes to gaming. You're going to start to see that change, because when you are the one that's trendsetting, the investors and everything go with you. Sony is not trendsetting anything. They're stuck. They tried to make VR something. VR did not become anything. Phil Spencer said it himself. We're not here to knock VR down, but we just don't think VR is something where we're going to fully invest in, because it's not a market that's truly highly acceptable in the industry as something where you're going to invest your time. Look, bro, they make more money off the damn Kinect than Sony has VR. Come on, they made more money off of peripheral.
They probably make more money off of Game Pass right now.
They make it exactly. They making more money off of a damn service than Sony's making off of VR. So now that Sony is quiet because they got slapped in their mouth. See, that's what happens to a loud mouth, a smart aleck. They get dealt with. And so when they try to man up for the next generation, knowing damn well that goes against them. See, the beautiful thing about last generation was the new generational technology didn't jump. That benefited Sony. That didn't benefit Microsoft. Microsoft had to wait around, because when the industry didn't accept the cloud, that hurt Microsoft. The industry was wanting to lag behind. It wanted to be in its comfort zone, and Microsoft was like, bro, we're not a comfort zone business. That's not what makes us great. We're daring. We're risky.
Exactly.
We like to push the button. So for 7 years,
Innovators, baby.
they're innovators. So for 7 years, Microsoft had to be the one playing the game. But all in all, they built their empire so that they could influence the future. Now that the future in gaming is influenced by Microsoft, the Xbox, they changed the studio name to Xbox Game Studio. Everything now is
Game
Xbox.
Studios.
Everything now is Xbox. So Microsoft is being loud when they, for the first time in a long time, and they did it at the Game Awards. They shut everybody up at the Game Awards, and they still shutting people up. They're the only ones that are revealing anything. When did it ever become a bad thing to reveal something, General? That's how bad Microsoft. That's how good Microsoft has the industry shook right now. It's a bad thing because they're showing things. Yeah. You got these lames, right, that try to downplay their show. When Microsoft has the cards in their hands, they can show whatever the hell they want to show. They don't have to sit up here and put something out because you feel like if they don't, it's not a threat. All they gotta do is wait and play their cards right. Soon as Sony throws a game up, start talking about how revolutionary it's gonna look, and fail, just like they failed with the tech demo, had all you idiots out there talking about
it's exclusive. It's exclusive PS5 gameplay.
Unreal Engine 5, right? That Unreal Engine 5 is an exclusive to PlayStation console. When Unreal Engine is a universal engine. It's like silly. They already uses DXR technology. That's Microsoft. Come on, y'all. You can't be this stupid. Like at some point, you just gotta say, you know what, man. But that's the sad part, because that's that 50-50 coin, right? Because Sony talks to y'all like y'all stupid, and now we see why they do that. Because Sony can tell you that the Sphinx on the Egyptian stone on the Egyptian pyramid is a white man, and y'all will believe it. They'll tell you it's a Chinese man, and y'all will believe it. As long as Sony tells you. They can tell you whole wheat bread is white bread, and y'all will believe it. They'll tell you that bologna is a steak, and y'all will believe it. And Sony always going to continue to talk to y'all like y'all stupid every single time. And while they're doing that, Microsoft is sitting back. They're poised. And it already let you know what their console is capable of doing. So that's why y'all were quick to knock out that Assassin's Creed game. Because your worst fear about it is you expose what you don't want it to really do. And that's, you don't want it to be in 60 frames. You don't want it to be. But here's the sad part. It's going to be. Because what y'all don't understand is, y'all don't understand that tech talk. When they said the minimum frame rate was 30 frames per second, that didn't mean the ceiling. That means it's got a ceiling frame rate. The ceiling frame rate ain't gonna be 30 frames per second, silly. That's the floor. That's the minimum. That's at the floor. That's at the floor. So don't look silly when that damn game comes out and it's as big as it is and that game is running at 60 frames per second. Don't look silly. Because, man, I'm telling you right now, Microsoft wasn't playing when they said 60 frames per second was the standard. They meant exactly what they said. And the Codemasters article was just a key component to how easy it is to make games run at 120. That's all that was. We needed some validation, and we got it. We got it today. And because we got it today, we don't ever have to worry about now the performance. It's there, and look, what dev wouldn't want to utilize the information and the concepts that are already given there to you to use? Who would do that? That's like me handing the General Johnson 2 bags, right? One bag is $500,000. One bag is $500,000. The other bag is $5 million, and he wants the $500,000 bag. That's stupid. Like, who would do that? You're gonna take the money with the bag with the most money, and that's what Microsoft is doing. Yeah, you're gonna take the $5 million bag, and you're not even gonna think about it. $500,000. No, I said
I'm taking $500,000.
No. I said there was 2 bags. Yeah, you stupid.
Yeah.
Right. Well you just take that. I'm gonna take my 5. I'm gonna take my 5 back and say thank you for your business, sir. But another
Yes,
thing
sir.
is people don't also understand the true concept of the Sony and Microsoft relationship, right? Sony, like I've been saying, is a customer to Microsoft. You never get mad at your customers to where you want to lose your customer. So therefore, the crossplay
Mm.
feature was necessary, and as to why Microsoft kept bugging Sony about it. You're gonna come over here and play with us. Look how beautiful we make money over here. You're gonna come over here and play
Yep.
with us because we know that your bank is small. You need some money. So
Mm.
look, here's what we're doing. We have this vision of the X Cloud, but we also have this vision of crossplay because we have games like Minecraft that needs to be
Mm.
played by as many children across the world as possible. Period. We're hustlers. We're hustling that game. And that's why it was imperative for everybody to jump on board because Minecraft is the influencer. See, it's the influencer for
It is.
Microsoft.
It is.
And now,
Yep.
now that the Xbox Series X is here, they laughed about DX12 General back in its day because
Mm.
it couldn't be utilized right because of course
I remember.
the consoles wasn't as powerful, but they experimented with it, right? They took bits and pieces.
Hmm.
They laughed at the fact that the Xbox couldn't do frame rates, right? But we every now and then we would hit 60 frames per second on our games, so they experimented. They laughed at the fact that we didn't play on monitors, General. And today we got
Hmm.
one of the biggest partnerships in television history. The number one giant is Samsung has partnered with Microsoft with the Xbox brand. Why? Because now in 2020, TVs are being made and they're about to start showing them. Check out Digital Trend on YouTube. Caleb has already came out and said he's about to premiere the new TVs. It's finally about to happen, and you're gonna see all the variable fresh rates. You're gonna see the high frame rate inputs. The 2.0 HDMI's up to the 3.0s, probably even the 4.0s. You're gonna see all this future tech thrown at you. And here's the thing, General.
New league.
There's only one console on the market that's going to fully optimize all those new key feature components to their fullest, and that's the Xbox Series X, bro. Only one.
You talking about the Nintendo Switch Lite?
Yeah. Yeah, whatever, man.
Hey, look,
Whatever,
man. I said it many shows ago, many moons ago. I said, remember,
What an eventful
I said,
race.
mark this day
When
down.
you finish a stage,
Y'all
you'll
was
earn
talking a
money depending on your
lot
finishing
of
position.
crap.
The closer you are in
2013.
first place,
Y'all
the more
been
money
doing a
you'll
lot
earn.
of bullying,
And earning more
a lot of
money
YouTube
means you can
videos.
participate
Y'all
in
been
greater
doing a
number of
lot
stages
of mess
or
for
more
7
prestigious
years.
stages.
I said this
Also,
behind
if you
whipping
can
is gonna be
participate
personal,
in some races.
Yeah.
Now let's find you
It's
a
going to be
car.
and
personal,
it's
man.
coming
The dealer panel
not
to
from
see
a
the vehicles
console,
for sale.
not from first party games. It's gonna be like an octopus, almost like a squid. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm talking 20,000 leagues over the sea type stuff, bro.
Right.
It's
Right.
just gonna keep growing and growing. We ain't even talk about xCloud.
Right.
Woo!
No. And when that bad boy hits all the
That's
Game
another
Pass Ultimate
haymaker.
fans, that's another hit maker, man. And it's another
It's a
haymaker coming from the blind side over the top knockout. I'm telling you, like this show today, I want everybody to watch this show because at 1080p, 30 frames a second on a messed up connection around the world, nah, ain't gonna do no justice. Ain't gonna do no justice. Look, we are already higher in fidelity with you guys. We're already higher graphically with you guys. So at this point, if this show is about third-party games, oh, we're making another video today. As a matter of fact, when we get done, this
yeah.
one's dropping first. We're definitely gonna make
Yep.
another one because here it is, man. There's no more all eyes on Xbox. Xbox already slapped the door open, knocked the door off the hinges. Xbox is here. The only thing that y'all need to worry about right now is if that Lockhart, and here's what I have to say about it. It will, to me, and there's another bold prediction. It will not be the lesser console. It's going to be the higher console. What if I told you that the Series X is the low-end console?
You just gonna take.
What
you
if
just
I
gonna
take their
You
breath
just gonna
away?
take his hat and coat. You just gonna take his hat and coat like that? Come on,
I'm
man. It's
taking their
cold
hat.
outside. Don't do
I'm
that.
taking their hat, coat, and their lunch money. And I say that the Xbox Series X was the low end. The Lockhart will be the mid, and guess what? The high end doesn't even need a screen like that. It doesn't even need gameplay like that, because when you include in the S Cloud, the S Cloud is bigger than all of that. There's something bigger than the console aspect of Xbox. I've been saying that since day one. That app feature, just turn on your TV, play your games the Netflix way. Just type your subscription in and you're ready to go. But we also know that Xbox already has a thing called the HoloLens. It's already there, the augmented reality. I played it. That damn thing don't need screens. That's the high-end version. See what I'm saying?
You played the Halo Outpost, right?
I played it,
Halo
bro.
Outpost, right?
Yeah. That damn thing don't need screens, bro. That's Xbox gaming. I played Halo on that thing. So nobody can sit there and tell me that Microsoft is in position they're in position. It ain't that they are. They've been in position. They've been changing it since the Xbox One S, like I said. Everything that's here now is in full-fledged. It's in full-fledged capacity. So get ready. The Xbox Series X has no problem at all pushing games at 4K 60 no matter what they are. That's the standard. If they saying that's the damn standard, that means the console ain't even trying right there. That's standard.
You know what's scary? Wait till 2 years from now. Remember Matty B said 2 years? Like we're gonna give it 2 years when we really start
perfecting
locking down,
everything.
you know. Yeah.
That's right, bro.
It's gonna be so beautiful, bro.
It is.
I guess we all buying new TVs.
You got to. Because here's the thing. What they want you to do is invest, because the TV will be your expensive shot, not the console anymore. See, with Microsoft, the console ain't gonna be the expensive item no more, because they're getting you with their services. They're beyond that hardware now. They're getting you with the software services, and all they need now is that partnership. They got the partnership. So with the partnership with Samsung, guess what else is going to open up? More partnerships.
Exactly.
When you got Samsung making lower end TVs that are really giving you the same effects, because you know Samsung ain't gonna come out with just one TV. They're gonna come out with 3 or 4 models, right? And each model is gonna give you 4K. See, the lowest is gonna be a 4K 60 standard TV. So you're looking at 120 and up. So the low end would be a 120 refresh rate, right? Now watch this, General. People say, well, the 120, that's really 60 frames per second. You're right, but we don't have 60 frames per second TVs with the FreeSync or the G-Sync technology put into them. Now I don't know which one Sony's gonna go with, but they're gonna go with one of them. And when you put that in, now you don't have nothing to worry about. Oh, but wait a minute. We wouldn't even need that, right? Because there's something called an HDMI cable. And that HDMI cable
HDMI 2.1.
Yes, sir,
2.1.
brother. And when you plug that bad boy in from your Xbox to because the Xbox Series X is going to come with that HDMI. It's going to come built with theirs. All you need is the TV that can utilize it. And when that HDMI cable goes into that input, it's a wrap.
Yep.
You will be able to do just like PCs, change your frame rate configuration, set it the way you want, or have that option. Well, I want to play it at 60, I want to play it at 100 or 120, whatever. Because you'll have that range. You'll be able to have that range. Then you'll have the no tear issues. Then you'll have the loading screen, the beautiful fast loading screens. You'll be able to jump across your games 5 at a time, maybe 6, maybe 7. We don't even know yet. But we're just going to know we're going to be jumping across. Yeah, we're going to be jumping across.
Yeah,
right.
I think that is the most coolest thing about that system, bro.
That's right.
That's amazing, bro. Can you imagine that? You're playing
ridiculous.
Halo Infinite. You're like, you know what? I'm going to suspend this no matter what. I just want to go play some Assassin's Creed and come right back where you left off. That's right. Amazing, bro. Yeah, like that's amazing.
The one key feature that I have to give Sony its props about was the share button, right? Now,
Oh yeah.
now watch
Yeah.
this. Microsoft had to have a share button because when we got denied by Google, our YouTube actual download
Yeah.
app, because we had to go through Upload Studios and then from Upload Studios to YouTube, right? But before
Yeah, I
that
remember that.
happened, right? Before that happened, everything was great. But here's the lie that Google gave us. We didn't know Google was bringing out Stadia. See, all along, Google had Stadia in the plan.
Mm.
So they lied to us. We see this now. Oh, they told us,
Yeah,
oh,
but
the
they
app is coming back.
You're not doing nothing either.
Right.
Yeah.
The app is coming back. Don't worry. We're fixing up so that you guys can put your videos on YouTube in 4K and you can continue doing your video editing and stuff. Right? That day never came.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden we saw the Stadia, right? And Google said that Stadia will be exclusive to the Google YouTube app. So they don't have to worry about nothing. While they playing, all they got to do is they got kind of like a share button too. So when they hit it, whatever they play goes right to their YouTube channel, right? Now,
Wow.
I get it, Google. I get it. I see what you did. You stiffed us. Now, here's my thing to Microsoft. Microsoft, you have now the number 2 broadcast platform in the world now behind Twitch. Twitch is far up ahead of you, but you're doing good. You're making progress with Mixer, and you're number 2 now. Now, here's what you do. You make and we got Mixer in our Xbox. It's built in. Anytime we want to go to
Ain't that
Mixer, all
something?
we gotta. That's beautiful. That's a game changer. See, that's next generational stuff already in this generation.
But nobody
Once again,
talks about that.
No, nobody talks about that, right? Because they're not true Xbox fans. Now, because they did that, right? Now, what Microsoft, what you need to do now is work on that infrastructure. You know, Mixer is far better than Twitch. That's apples and oranges, right? You just got to get the people over there. You just got to keep building and give back to the lower class. When you give to the lower class broadcasters, your channel is gonna blow up. That's all it is. And I like the way they do the embers. I like the way they do that because anybody can shine now. You can get support from anybody as long as they're willing to pay into your channel, give you a couple of embers. You're good, right? So watch this. Get the editing and get the game clips all together now. And get that ready to be synced to Mixer. Now, whenever you send it to Mixer, which you already can do now with a PC or a laptop, you can download any of your stuff that you recorded, right? And you can take that file and put it right over there to YouTube. Now, here's my thing. If Microsoft does a partnership with Twitch, which I think, which I highly doubt that's going to happen, right? Because Twitch is just highly competitive.
Yeah.
But let's just say that happens, and let's just say because that share button, there was an actual partnership done between them and Google. It's over, because here's what's going to happen. Not only does Google make money, because Microsoft will be using YouTube, so YouTube is going to be getting generated. If we do a twin type of setup with Twitch and Mixer, Twitch and Mixer wins. But here's where the beauty of it comes in. If you have an Xbox, your editing software is automatically in the console. Imagine chopping up your stuff. Imagine doing voiceover. And let me tell you what the game changer will be, big dog. Let me tell you what the game changer will be, big dog.
Yep.
If Microsoft comes out with webcams that are exclusive to Mixers, come out with Mixer webcams and say, hey, to all the people out there that make
sick.
it's over. Now you're selling your broadcast brand. That would be ridiculous. So now you just hook your webcam to the Xbox. It's got enough power to broadcast you. Now you didn't have to go anywhere. You didn't have to spend a whole lot of money to be a broadcaster because everything is built right there for you.
I ate my first gator. Yes. Sorry, brother. Good.
But look how beautiful that would be. And now you're building your empire. Everything is together. Everything is right there for the taking. And look, you have built yourself a premier gaming infrastructure. You covered all grounds. You covered
Yep.
broadcasting. You covered mobility. You covered console, and you covered PC. Microsoft is in everything, bro. It's in everything. That
All I'm gonna say.
that 2 billion domination thing is very real for Microsoft.
Oh yeah,
Very
man.
real.
Phil, look. It's so funny. I remember Phil before the Xbox One X came out, and he said we don't believe in half steps. He said if we gonna go the full mile, and he has not let us down yet, man. I cannot wait to get my Series X home because I'm gonna wow out. And on top of that, all these great new games coming, and pretty much all the games they're gonna drop is gonna be in Game Pass, which is just brilliant, man. Because especially if you're a parent, okay, I can get you the system,
Right.
but all the games you want to play, the Halos, the new Forza, all that stuff, it's in Game Pass.
That's right, man.
And what do you see on the ad right now? You see the ad on the dashboard. Join
see it.
Ultimate Game Pass for $1 a month.
Right.
It's
and
just
you know,
they're- they don't get credit for being innovators, and that's what I hate about this industry. I hate the fact that they just don't get the credit. Like where gaming is at today, you really nailed it, bro. Like it's because of Microsoft, man. No one else was thinking about HDR. No one else was thinking about 4K. Sony wasn't thinking about 4K. If it was up to Sony, they'd have left it at 1080p, bro. You know what I mean? I just want Microsoft to get their credit, man. Such innovation. Such innovation.
you're right, man. The fact that Game Pass now made 23 million off of friends, that's incredible, man. That means word and the streets are getting around.
Yep.
And
And
that
what I
right
like
there
about
is how
in
you
Game
want to grow.
Pass, yeah, and what I like about in Game Pass, they're very smart, right? Because the average hardcore gamer, they'll want probably all the big AAA games, and no, they drop games for everybody because when you're trying to sell to everybody, you gotta have something for everybody, man. You know what I mean? But the one thing about Game Pass is really cool is man, you end up playing games you probably wouldn't have bought. Like you really like get to experience, like Plague. I'm playing Plague Tale of Innocence, phenomenal
Right.
game. But I
Right.
probably wouldn't have bought it. And,
Right.
and Phil Spencer, he sees that they see that data, man. Like Game Pass is just, it really is just the truth. It really is. It was at one point as an Xbox gamer, you had to have Xbox Live.
That's
Man,
right.
you
don't
gotta
have
have
that
Game
no more.
Pass, bro.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Game
you
Pass
got
goes
you gotta have Game Pass.
right. Game Pass takes you where Xbox Live couldn't take you, and that's the beautiful part.
Exactly.
Now with the 120 plus global basis for the Azure Cloud networks, they now are worldwide. When Microsoft wasn't worldwide yet with Live, now they're almost worldwide, and well they are worldwide.
Yep.
And with this worldwide launch and everything, things are going to be much different. Xbox has a very, very, very bright future ahead of itself, and I'm very excited. I want everybody to tune in today for the PlayStation event. We're going to be there. We're going to be watching it. And me and the General, I'm telling y'all, if that thing isn't what we think it is, that new video is coming out. And, man, we are bombing because you cannot get away with talking all that soup and don't get to stirring it, and there's crows in that soup, and you don't want us to reveal them crows. If that show, we're going to do a real show. We're going to give credit where credit is due, and we're going to talk about if it did not live up to his expectation. Sony has already told you guys, don't hold it to such standards that are very high. But see, that's the difference right now between the way Sony is marketing themselves and the way Xbox and what Microsoft is marketing themselves. Microsoft isn't telling us to not hold the Xbox Series X to low standards or low expectations. They are really building us up. We have something to be excited about, and we're going to continue to be
July,
excited
baby.
about it. We have everything.
July,
July's
man.
here. We're going to get something in June. I don't know what it is, but we'll be getting something
Now,
in June. Oh, did it?
newsflash,
Oh,
June,
did it
it got
move?
pushed back to
Okay.
August.
Uh,
Yeah,
the,
it got pushed back to
oh,
August
the
because
July.
they're smart,
Okay.
yo. Because
Oh,
look, Sony's showing games today. All right, it wouldn't make sense to show off hardware and services because the Xbox crowd are
yes.
gonna want to see games. They're
Okay,
gonna
hold
want
on.
to
I
see
want to.
games.
Okay,
So
I wanted to stop you
yeah,
right there, real quick. Be clear. Okay, so what the
okay,
general was
okay.
saying basically was the June show. The June show. The details of the June show is moving to August, but the July show is gonna be here. So the July show
Yeah,
will be it's still there, except for the one that was
it's still there.
supposed to be in front of it is going behind it. Okay, I got you now. I
Yeah,
wasn't clear about that.
yeah.
So they're just moving
That was a
they're just
smart move.
moving the that was a smart move. That's playing chess.
Hmm.
Like Phil said, we're just
Exactly.
playing chess right now. We're
Yep.
playing chess. So
But
that's good, man.
let me say this. Let me say this, man. I heard a lot of y'all talking that greasy stuff about the May 7th show. Like, oh, it wasn't no gameplay. Oh, I wanted to see a joystick in hand. Oh, I'm watching today. Because trust me, if I don't see a joystick in hand, if I don't see live gameplay, and I see game engine, and I see trailers,
Car will
and I
determine
see the
race
developers
categories you can
talking,
participate in.
you gonna hear my mouth, bro. Get my
Here are the
cigar,
vehicles available for sale.
please.
I hear you. No, I hear you, man. I'm
A lot of
exactly
BS
with
came from that May 7th show, and I'm watching today. I'm watching.
we're gonna be
With
watching.
Hawkeyes, I'm watching. Oh yeah.
Great choice. You'll now be able to see all the cars.
We're
that you
going
own
to be
at
watching.
HQ.
Want to say to everybody out there that's constantly giving us our support. Shout out to my man Warren Cone, who's been out there with me since the Twitch days of my careers, man. Appreciate you, Warren Cone. Every single day, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for all the support. To everybody out there that supports the channel, man. Real Xbox gamers out there. Salute, strong arm, prayers up. Thank you, gracious, Xbox strong. Yo, we got the cigars over here. We got the cigars over here. It's 2020. That's the year of the Xbox. I've been saying that for a long time now.
Book of
People are
X,
just
baby.
basically
Book of
sitting back,
X.
watching my predictions unfold. And I'm going to tell y'all, it's a beautiful thing to be right. Shit, what? 99% of the time, man. Like, there's very few moments where I've been wrong, but they were like, it's really finite. Like, I can't even remember, like, the times I've been wrong, but I'm not going to say I've been perfect. But I'm like at 99%. And I think I'm going to
Exactly.
be at 99% when it's all said and done. I'm still going to be standing strong. My man, the General Johnson, my comrade in these streets, man, I want to say thank you to everybody on the Twitter page, man. You guys are phenomenal. Yo, General, the dudes on Twitter, the Xbox community that have embraced me and I've embraced them, I got to say, bro,
Yeah, here they live.
they
Here
are
they real
second.
live. Yeah.
They are second
To none.
to my that's right. They're second only to my Xbox community people on live. That's only because they're not, a lot of them are not there physically playing with me or we don't talk. But man, it's like Twitter has become a second garage, right? A second basement. When we're down in there, like Rhapsody the Baby, we're in that booth, we're in that Xbox booth, and man, we just talking that Xbox stuff, man. I want to say a special thanks to all my people, all my comrades out there on the Twitter aspect. Y'all keep it up and keep pounding and be resilient. Don't let any fake YouTuber, don't let any fake Twitter, don't let any fake person in the gaming streets knock you down and make you think because you got an Xbox right now, you on the whack end of the stick. Nah, homie. You holding this cigar up right now. And that's what they mad about.
Sure.
And you ain't going to put the cigar down, bro. I'm here to tell y'all right now on Di-RREC Gaming that you're going to be on top for many years to come. So you don't have nothing to worry about, bro. Bottom line, it's over now. Xbox is on top and it's going to remain on top. It's going to be pushing gaming forward, and that's why it's going to be on top. It has nothing to do with the console sales and nothing like that. It's about Xbox is truly in for gamers. That's the bottom line. And they're going to give you every aspect that they can to give you that gaming enjoyment. That's where they're at. They're just on another mature level. That's all it is. General, you got anything else to say, brother?
Nah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool.
Hey,
Great show, man. And like I said, we'll be back, man, after we see
yep.
the reveal of the PS5. You know what I mean? We'll definitely give our thoughts and all that other good stuff, man. But like I said, y'all talked a lot of mess about that May 7 show, baby.
Yes, sir.
I want to see
Get ready.
gameplay.
Fireworks
A
about.
lot of gameplay.
Fireworks are
Yeah.
ready. We got the gunpowder too. It's going down. Yo,
Yeah,
it's been a
man.
new legal with my
Yeah.
man General Johnson. Represent Di-RREC Gaming and press start in credits. We'll be seeing you guys after these messages.